if you're intelligent, that means kinda you will feel lonely. I don't mean like you feel lonely in the type of way where you'll be like, oh yeah, I feel like nobody is loving me. No, you feel like nobody's understanding me. Basically, for example, myself. So I kind of introduce myself now. I'm like a person that can recognize any type of patterns. It's so like really weird, but also like in a good way. I can see any type of manipulation. So I see when people have like bad intentions. I can more see like the intentions from persons because I understand what's behind their word. For example, if I watch a movie, I understand immediately why the person did that because he felt like kind of some sort of like he kind of felt bad or like guilty, so he said that. You know what I'm saying? That type of things. Like I see the intentions. What normal person would not see. And the biggest point about this is like also like how a genius in philosophy was built. For example, Friedrich Nietzsche. He thought he got to a point with thinking where he got about the barrier. Because at this time, for example, he said we killed God. For example, this type of thing he said. He thought about the barrier. You know what I'm saying? And basically at this time, God was like the biggest thing. You know what I'm saying? Religious and shit. But basically, so he kind of like destroyed that shit, and that's how like genius are built. And basically, that's what I mean. If a person knows too much, he will feel lonely. That's why I feel like kind of lonely because I lived so many things that I cannot like talk to normal persons anymore because I don't see the sense of small talk. You know what I'm saying? I love to talk about the meaning of life. That's for example something I love to talk about. But at this time nobody's really talking about this anymore because the most of the teenagers today are talking like, oh, what type of vape should I get or what type of shoe, you know what I'm saying, like this type of small talk shit. I'm not interested in this shit. I want to feel like I want to make like a meaningful conversation. So that's the thing why I feel lonely. And basically every day when it got to a point where I was not only stuck into an existential crisis, I was heavily like into like suicidal thoughts. I had even that's like the dark side from myself. I was willing to end it. You know what I'm saying? That was the point, and I was heavily getting nihilistic and pessimistic. I'm still like today a optimistic nihilist, I would say, but at this point I was more like a pessimist. I saw the world as kind of like broken because I did couldn't accept what's happening. Because I see the world like it is. I don't see it with filters. I see it rationally more. I can like kind of like say if that's good or bad. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. Like if you are intelligent, you will feel because of that lonely. Basically, that's the thing I think. So, because today like in this system you cannot feel like that's why like people in the school that are high intelligent are basically bad because the system of the school is not working for any type of thinkers. I'm a deep thinker, I'm an analytic deep thinker, you know what I'm saying? I'm overthinking everything. But I'm not overthinking like in an irrational way, I'm overthinking it in a like really clear and rational way. It's not like this type of overthinking where you think too much. It's the type of overthinking where you think a lot, but this type of things you think are making sense to yourself. You're coming to conclusions that are really happening. Everything I thought about with relationships came to a point where I can say, yeah, it was kind of like my expectation. So that's why I feel like people that are smart are basically feeling lonely. Because the most of humans, if you think about the existential questions, for example, what's the meaning of life, or what's the matter, we will die anyway, you know, that type of shit, with this answer that was the answer, you will feel so lonely. And it's kind of like really like sucks, but basically I accepted myself. So you will get like, you can kind of like live that, you can kind of live when you accept yourself, when you accept that you're smart, when you accept everything, and when you find like a person. I feel like when I would find a person that feels like me, thinks like me, I would feel so much better in this existence. I would not say my existence is useless. I think I will never stop saying that my meaning has no meaning, because that's normal thing. Like for the world, you have no meaning. The world will keep spinning if you die. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that. But at least I can kind of change this world with this type of videos I'm making right now. It feels like a relief for myself to make this type of videos, this type of content. It feels like a big relief for myself. I cannot even understand, bro. I like since I can think, I try to help people, even when I was seeking help. But at some point, I was thinking so much that kind of my mind burned out. You know what I'm saying? And basically, the another thing is, I thought so much about things that I got to the point where I don't even care about myself. I'm rationally about myself. I don't care if I die. I don't care if I die tomorrow, because I can accept that. Because I'm not like this human that says, "Oh no, I'm dying. Okay, I'm dying," and I accept that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like this. It's so weird, but basically it makes so much sense when I'm talking about this. It feels like a relief to talk in these videos, bro. So this is like some like brainstorming video I had like going on right now. So I hope you understood kind of that shit what I'm saying. So basically, let's see us in the next video. I hope you subscribe to this channel, but I don't care about that. Basically, stay safe.